Welcome back to Her Cup Overflows podcast. I'm your host and cultured certified Reiki master, Kwanzaa Tolbert. If you're new here or you chose to circle the block with me, I thank you and welcome you just the same. Her Cup Overflows is a listening community of healing for the mind, body, and soul. Each episode is a timeless conversation overflowing with wisdom to fill your cup with resilience, courage, and empowerment. These conversations are inspired by real-life experiences, the traumas, and the triumphs. But it wouldn't be a place for healing if I didn't hold a safe space for trauma without judgment, but with accountability, honesty, and commitment. Because in those three things lies your superpower to overcome life's adversities, and that new energy becomes the catalyst to you living out loud, living freely, and unapologetically on your terms. That is Her Cup Overflows. So this episode is a little different than the typical. If you're seasoned here, you know the typical episode flow is conversation, the self-discovery prompt based on the conversation, and then I wrap up with the Reiki collective message. This episode's conversation is actually the Reiki collective message expanded, because something in my spirit tells me it's so raw and so real right now for so many of you, just as it is for me. And the message is, remember to be grateful while you wait on God. Even in the midst of uncertainty, be patient, be steadfast, and be grateful. So, I'm not a Christian. I was baptized as one when I was younger. But as an adult, I actually don't identify with any specific religion. I haven't per se denounced myself because it isn't necessary. But as I started my spiritual journey and became more divinely connected to my higher self and deepening my relationship with God through my own understanding and learning, I started to notice there are so many things in different religions aside from Christianity or along with Christianity that resonates with me. So today I use any religion that speaks to me as tools, good word, belief, or spiritual practice, and I take what I need to fill my toolbox, my soul. I'm not encouraging anyone to do this, as I encourage you to do whatever feels fulfilling to your soul. But I will tell you, this has been one of the most freeing things I've done on this journey. I no longer feel like I have to live within a confined box of religion. Now, will I go to a Christian church? Absolutely. Do I read my Bible? And do. And it was actually me reading my Bible and doing some studying where I realized it was more than just me who needs this message. Ignite your evenings with the Spiritual Tea Company's Luxe Outdoor Candles that feature a lavish aroma that harmoniously combines with a vibrant scent of citronella, crafting and enchanting a welcoming ambience for all your outdoor moments. Whether it's an outdoor wedding, picnic and chill, or glamping, which is luxe all in itself, seize the chance to elevate your evenings with our luxurious outdoor candles. Don't let bothersome bugs ruin your summer nights. Grab your Luxe Outdoor Citronella candles before the bugs grab you this summer at www.thespiritualteacompany.com. So I was reading the story of Nicodemus in the Gospel of John, and how in his encounter with Jesus, he was challenged to rethink his beliefs that led him on a journey of learning and growth that later transformed him for the better. Now, the thing is, Nicodemus was a Jewish teacher and Pharisee. And listen, I'm no teacher of the Bible, but I'm going to tell you what I know. So stay with me because I'm going somewhere. The Jewish didn't believe in Jesus being this Messiah who performed miracles to heal people, to provide for people, all the things for the common people, let alone being the Son, a divine being of God. And with Nicodemus being a teacher, he was well versed in the religious law. So he was typically the one doing the teaching rather than asking questions or being taught. But when he encountered Jesus, He was very curious, full of questions, because he was high key believing Jesus was sent by God. So he was open to learning from Jesus, but Jesus only offered the idea to be born again, as he explains that no one can see the kingdom of God unless they are born again spiritually. Now, being a teacher of law and the obvious thoughts of the physical world, Nicodemus ain't no way I can go back in the womb and be born again. Father Time ain't gonna even allow that. But even though he doesn't quite understand this born again concept, he doesn't trip, right? He remains open-minded while, being comfortable with the little confusion and a little uncertainty after this encounter with Jesus. Probably more confused than ever before, but he obviously continues to explore this born again concept within because it starts to transform him. So much so, Nicodemus was the one who pleaded Jesus' innocence when his fellow Pharisees tried to arrest him, totally breaking code from the Jewish community, even though he chooses to stay within the community. And when Jesus was hung by the Jewish brethren, it was Nicodemus who made sure Jesus was buried with the utmost respect. Now, I know we all don't watch First 48 or you didn't experience it in the community somewhere. If somebody is intentionally out to kill somebody else, they don't give a damn about honoring the body. The only reason the body may get buried is to hide it from the police to not get caught. But Nicodemus stayed true to his own process of understanding God's message through Jesus, even though it was uncertain, and it took him some time to understand it. He was eventually born again because he embraced the message and the uncertainty that came with it until it became certain for him, resulting in his spiritual rebirth. So, for whomever this message is for, you are in your Nicodemus season. It could be your job. It could be relationship with your boo thing. It could be your health. It can even be your children and not knowing what's next for them because maybe things don't seem to be playing out in the way you imagine for them as a parent. As uncertain as things may be, you have to become comfortable with embracing the uncertainty by just remaining steadfast, patient, and most importantly, grateful. Because this moment is temporary. Think about the many past situations you have prayed your way through, and here you are. This current moment that you're in was your next back then. And this time is no different. This job, this relationship, or whatever it is your stepping stone to the next. It's part of the evolution. The thing about evolution is it's a process. And a process takes time. In this case, divine timing. If you were fearfully and wonderfully made from the beginning, why do you think God would rush the process of refining and perfecting you now? Because each new level of you requires something different of you. See, what you had got you here, but to advance, you need a 2.0 version of that something or something different altogether. So instead of throwing you into your ask so that you are set up for failure, he continues to refine you so you'll be the best version of yourself to be successful in this thing that you've asked for. While something like a job may just be a job to you, it's so much more to God because each new thing is designed to bless and continuously refine you. And if you only see it as just a thing, you're going to miss the blessing. Now, this is where gratitude is so important in a season of uncertainty. Because when you lack gratitude, it doesn't just leave an empty space within you. That space becomes filled with emotions like disgust, hate, even jealousy. You start to speak ill of this blessing as if it was a curse, intentionally. You may even see others around you who are seemingly living better, moving faster, or more blessed, if that's even a thing. And all of these emotions start to breed fear because you then start to doubt your next. You start to question, when will it happen? Is it ever going to happen? How will it happen? All of the things that's none of your business, right? I've been in a position where I allowed myself to hate a job so much. I remember every work morning waking up trying to think of a reason to call out of that job, like it was that bad. And the crazy thing is, it was a job that I asked God for and he blessed me with. As I think about it, I bet God was up there with one hand on his hip, just looking at me, shaking his head, because I knew I was doing the most. Because how do you ask for something and now don't want it? Like blatantly don't even want it. And the thing is, not that the expectation was or is that everything you are blessed with is meant to be pure gold. Everything blissful and you will absolutely love it, or you're supposed to absolutely love it. Sometimes things are simply designed for a season of learning to help you best prepare for that next, for God to do his big one, or it's a season of you to be a steward of servitude to someone else. Because we are all gatekeepers. We are all gatekeepers to someone else. That's why the religious belief, especially for Christianity, is being of service to others. And in hindsight, that job that I asked for, that was exactly what that job was designed to do for me. And honestly, I don't even know what triggered the change, but somewhere along the way, I just got so tired of carrying that extra weight of hate. Imagine not liking something so much that you add 20 more pounds of unnecessary energy, weight filled with hate, just to prove to yourself how much you don't like it. Especially if it's a job that pays your bills, because you dare not be bold enough to risk unemployment by saying it out loud. So ain't nobody carrying that weight but you. Yeah. That was me. And I guess in one of my rants, God gave me my own Nicodemus chat. And I remember wanting to change my mindset because I was tired of myself. So fake it till you make it became a real thing for me. I remember just openly practicing gratitude. Every day I had an affirmation of gratitude that I would speak out loud before I started my day of work. Even if I didn't 100% believe in it, because I was still battling with myself until I believed, and then things changed. Did the job itself get better? No. And I didn't need it to, though, because I got better. I got better at actively practicing the serenity prayer, accepting the things I cannot change and changing the things that I can. Anything that I couldn't change, I was deeply tapped in, like the young man who went viral at the hotel desk. It's above me now, like way above. Things just became clearer. And even though at times there was still some level of uncertainty, I was discovering and exploring my blessings in the midst of it. Eventually, I was blessed with my next because I allowed the process of learning and understanding to take place in divine timing so I could evolve to the next level. So, just as Nicodemus needed time to comprehend and accept the concept of spiritual rebirth while internalizing Jesus' teaching, you too must wait patiently and trust in God's timing and plan for your transformation. Because it often requires a period of waiting, learning, and growing. And gratitude is your catalyst. So find a reason to be grateful so that you don't miss that gem in this season. You need to shine in your next season, whether that be your next job, the next level of your relationship, or whatever. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, and so is your journey, carefully and meticulously planned. This is not about the destination, as that will often change as you change. But as you embrace the uncertainty and remain steadfast in your faith in God, the journey becomes so much easier, and so does the flow of your abundance and prosperity. And that is your self-discovery prompt for this episode. All right, Last thing, I am so excited to share something with you. I am approaching my 10th episode the last Tuesday of this month. And honestly, y'all, I don't even know how I got here other than trusting God's plan, embracing the uncertainty, and just being grateful along the way. I didn't know if I'd have a topic for the third episode, let alone a 10th. And yet here I am, still taking up space. While here you are, holding space for me. And I am so grateful for you. So to celebrate this Her Cup Overflows milestone with you and show my gratitude, I am doing a raffle giveaway as an extension of a beautiful and kind gesture from my beautiful friend and good sis. I will be gifting 3 individuals with an aesthetically pleasing luxe gift box that includes my For My Bloom Season journal, a custom Her Cup Overflows pen, writing pen, and an exclusive limited edition Her Cup Overflows candle. Now, child, I think I did myself with this candle because it's so pretty and it smells so good. If you know anything about my fragrant products, including candles from the Spiritual Tea Company, I custom make all my scents. And this one is giving overflow. It's giving abundance, luxury, healing, and all the things of greatness. It also includes a beautiful candle wick trimmer, because I know y'all don't do right by your candles. I'm just kidding. By my next episode, I have a video reveal of the gift box posted to the Spiritual Tea Company social medias and email if you are a subscriber. So how to qualify for this giveaway? Email or text me and tell me how one of Her Cup Overflows episodes has helped you, inspired you, or whatever. It doesn't have to be a dissertation. You can keep it as simple or detailed as you like. You can send your email to hercupoverflow@gmail.com. That is hercupoverflow without an S on overflow@gmail.com. Or to text, click the link in any of the episodes on my Her Cup Overflows Buzzsprout platform and click the text me link above the episode description. It is anonymous, so it doesn't reveal your phone number. If you're listening on any other podcast platform other than Buzzsprout, I have included the link to my Buzzsprout in this episode description at the bottom. But whichever route you choose, please remember to include your name and how to get in touch with you so you can be entered into the raffle. And if you win one of the gift boxes, I can reach out to you for your shipping address. I will be doing a live or video drawing of the raffle winners the evening of my 10th episode release on July 30th. So make sure you get your entry in before 5 p.m. Eastern that day. Because trust me, if you have never wanted anything from the Spiritual Tea Company, oh, you want this gift box. All right, beautiful souls, that is it for this episode. Until next time, keep taking up space and refill yourself, because you can't pour shit from an empty cup. Take care.